We've always been good at beginnings, and beginnings are about questions. What do we value? Who do we serve? We've lived these questions for half a century, but enough to become a home of first. The first university of an independent nation. Ireland's first female university president. Along the way, we've found answers and we've built foundations. Foundations we'll rely on for the journey ahead. How can we protect, regenerate, and steward this place we live in? How can we be catalysts in realising a just and fair society for all? And who better to ask these questions? We know this place, and we know our place. We are University of Limerick.
And welcome back to our live coverage of Pitch 1 here for the Tag Rugby 2023 World Cup. As I say Pitch 1, of course we are currently looking at Pitch 2 for the Women's 30s bronze medal match between Australia Indigenous and Ireland. Both teams have had very good campaigns here at the World Cup and will both be looking to take this bronze medal win home with them.
Yeah, definitely. And of course, Shane, yesterday on solo commentary, you got a look at the Australia Indigenous side. A lot of love for Angela Barr, their number 7 in the YouTube comments at the time. And but this is the first look for us at the Ireland's women's 30s team. And a couple of standout names there.
Yeah, they've just avoided our commentary so far. And I'm sure they'll be very glad to have us watch them now. And this women's 30s team have done quite well. And we'll see how each of them can get on now in this match.
Yeah, and it's going to be Australia Indigenous kicking us off in this women's 30s bronze game on Pitch 2. And we get the 10-second kick down.
Players here for Australia Indigenous getting into the music over our loudspeakers here. And we are kicked off through Angela Barr. So Ireland now look to take it from their own third. Attack here. Good tagging so far from Australia Indigenous. That number 11 there, Paris Smallwood, was integral in their defence in that last match that I did watch by myself. So we might see a repeat of that today. A good chase here from Ireland. And I think the ball was just knocked on, unfortunately, in the attempted recovery. So Ireland have a good chance to attack here. Ireland just swinging back to the left now. And they'll look to beat the numbers there, but a great tag.
Here's that Ireland number 29, Claire Cullen. Of course, is a content creator, YouTuber and vlogger extraordinaire. And you know she'd love to go home with a World Cup medal to sure that get some high views on her videos.
I'd say so. I wonder, has she had enough time this campaign to get some good footage? I'll be sure to check her out on YouTube soon after this World Cup ends. I'm sure there'll be a fantastic video covering the campaign here from a player's perspective. Would be brilliant to see.
I believe a good podcast as well.
Yeah, she of course did a podcast leading up to this Tag Rugby World Cup called Tour Error, or Chasing Gold, just introducing a lot of guest podcast hosts who were very involved with the organization or involved in managing teams, and a lot of great insight from those people involved.
Our phones must have been broken. We didn't get the text to come on the show.
Great tagging here from Australia Indigenous, just keeping the Ireland attack out.
Oh, superb there from number 13, Sarah Gamble. And Australia Indigenous weathering this Irish storm with a penalty given. But another tag nearly on the line there.
Yeah, Ireland looking threatening at the moment.
Oh,
and a great ball.
Oh, but last ditch tag from number 16, Karen Cook.
Ireland still come though, and the dummy
nearly at the box.
Almost through is Christine Arthurs.
And just spilled out of play.
Unfortunate there. Pass just not going to hand. So it is Australia Indigenous possession. Great defence from them to keep Ireland out.
Yeah, really good absorbing the pressure there, Australia Indigenous.
So in the match that I covered between Australia and Australia Indigenous yesterday, we saw Australia Indigenous a couple of times struggling to exit their third of the pitch. The Australia defence was just so quick, and we'll see if Ireland might have spotted that as a possible way for them to use that rush defence as effectively as Australia Indigenous were, as Australia did. Unfortunate knock on there gives possession back to Ireland.
But still resolute defending from Australia Indigenous.
Good run and a great pass away. A good tag from that number 11, Paris Smallwood. Good pass, well held, and they have the numbers here.
Oh, and fumbled at the last.
Unfortunate again for Ireland, just not able to execute right at the death. So Australia Indigenous again to take it from their 10-metre line.
Yeah, and as you said, Shane, watched a little bit of Australia Indigenous yesterday. I watched it when I wasn't on commentary, but I noticed, yeah, as you said, Indigenous often kept in their own half, and we wondered, eventually would they have to kick for territory. Didn't do it too much against Australia, but you wonder, they've had the day to prepare for this game. Do they have something up their sleeve? But at the moment, Ireland just penning them back. And they heard me.
Yeah, there
go for the kick.
Good kick.
And
see a lot of Irish support here.
Or Ivory Coast with their flags the wrong way around, but probably Ireland flags.
Yeah,
that one is orange, white, and green. There is one back there in the Ivory Coast order.
It's got the holes to mount it though on the green side, of course. So they've just got it backwards.
That's one theory, but it is brilliant. Yeah, to see the crowds that have been here all week long in all weathers. It's just been brilliant to come out and support the sport. And credit to those fans.
Ball away, I think. Tag made eventually on number 14 there, Aoife Earl. A good ball back inside, switching it to the left.
Oh, and do they get in? Ref says
like
no.
Tag made.
Do they get in?
And another tag.
Ref says no again.
Looks so close there.
Dive bombing over the line, Ireland, but tags being made by Australia Indigenous.
Good loop around and good pass out, but just unfortunately not held. And Australia Indigenous look to take advantage and play quickly. Great dummy there, and good burst down the wing from Lorraine Ronan Healy. She was one of the standouts, I think, from that Australia match yesterday, so she might be hoping to lead her team here to a bronze medal.
And speaking of changing the subject, just checking the YouTube comments there, and a lovely comment there from Full Time Production saying, "This is greatest setup I've ever seen." And a second comment saying, "A massive thanks to Jack and Shane for their commentary this week. Also Jerome, Davey, Patrick, Morgan and David for their tireless work all week." And Shane, it has been just an unbelievable setup all around from the cameramen, the videographers, the editing, the men in the tent, the men all around, doing all the fantastic work that has gone into this production, and of course all headed up by Kevin Kelleher.
Oh, brilliant pick out there from Chantel Raymond. Just to interrupt your praises for our production team. But yes, of course, it is fantastic to be able to bring this Tag Rugby 2023 World Cup to everyone at home so they can support their friends and family from the comfort of their home. Didn't have to travel to Limerick and brave the weather.
We were here, and so were you, wherever you tuned in from. And brilliant. I think the 2023 Tag World Cups brought a lot of people together, and that can only ever be a good thing in a world that often tries to divide people. We'll take any opportunity we can to be united and find common ground. Exactly. And I think that's what this week has been all about.
Definitely. Great pressure here from Australia Indigenous, just keeping Ireland pinned back at the moment. And a dropped ball there. Although no, I think there was a bit of contact made in the pass, so.
And we get our first bit of love for Angela Barr in the comment section. You saw it yesterday during their game, Shane. This comment comes in, I'd probably put Indigenous 7 on. And just looking at the pitch there, I believe Angela Barr has made her way onto the pitch. And firm favourite in the comments yesterday, and that's continuing today, and no wonder why. A fabulous player. Yeah,
she's so quick on the ball, and just really able to make tons of ground whenever she does see attacking play. But at the moment is forced to defend. I think there was a late tag there, so penalty Ireland on the halfway.
And they go quick. Oh, good.
Through the first tag did number 6 Amy Cotter. Ireland now looking to get the opening score of this game.
And that looked forward.
Yeah, ref seen it, and again just before the line, Ireland not able to capitalise on their pressure. This, of course, the women's 30s bronze medal match between Ireland and Australia Indigenous. So both teams looking to go home with a medal today.
And there it is, Angela Barr again trying to drive her Australia Indigenous team forward. But no score so far in the opening 10 minutes. Ireland doing most of the attacking.
Kick blocked and chased well.
Might have been given a gift here. It was too awkward to be picked up straight away by Ellen O'Regan.
So unlucky there. That ball just not bouncing up favourably for her. But a good block. So it does put Australia Indigenous back a bit further in their territory. No options there. Open up for Jess Graff. Good pass.
Oh, good one too.
Great tagging there from Ireland's number 12, Christine Arthurs. Here comes Barr, and a good kick put in.
Huge chase, and she makes the tag. What a tag by Barr.
Brilliant, or Cotter could have been away. You just see that again. Great chase from Barr. Eyes on it the whole time, and what a tag.
She doesn't just set the bar, she is the bar. And doing very well to keep her team level at the moment. And a lovely jersey. The first close-up look I've gotten of the Oz Indigenous jersey.
In the meantime, it is that number 6, Amy Cotter, going through for the opening score of this women's 30s bronze medal match.
And Amy Cotter, in the end, no one caught her, as she went over the line there to put down for the try, and 1-0 Ireland.
We just didn't catch that opening break there, but brilliant try from Cotter. And that is 1-0 Ireland. Good tag there from Ireland's number 27, Amy Benson.
Too much contact from the attacker for the referee's liking there. Turnover possession to Ireland.
Yeah, they'll look to keep this pressure on after that score. Pass out to the left. And straight through.
And she goes all the way through.
I think it was just outside the bonus box. So a 1-point try for Aoife Earl. Great inside line. Just took her away from those defenders. We'll just see now, was that in the box or not?
Oh, great evasion from Aoife Earl.
Yeah, just outside.
Just
The ref
outside.
spotted it. So 1 point Ireland. And they do keep up this pressure here. 13 minutes almost into the first half.
And yeah, an Australia Indigenous defence that stayed strong for so long. Now just being put under a lot of strain, at Ireland finding gaps.
Great pass off and a good tag made. Just stopping Patricia Dunn getting through.
Oh, good tags there though.
Lorraine Ronan Healy, I believe. And they go to the right, into the corner. And it
And
looks like she has it
again.
down. Claire Cunningham, captain of this Ireland 30s team. Although no, I think
they've
there might
brought
have
it
been
back.
something else. No, the ref has brought it back.
Just as I thought. Well, you spoke over me, Shane. The trick is to let you speak first, and then I figure out what's going on. Yeah, it looked like a free-flowing move from Ireland, but referee says no.
We'll just see again there. Not quite sure what the ref's call was, but it ends up back with Australia Indigenous. Pass just not held, unfortunately. And knocked on by Australia Indigenous.
And Ireland just starting to turn the screw now.
And
And
that's
oh,
not the
number
try line.
10, Valerie Power.
Was straight through, could have been in for a box try, but yeah, we've seen a couple times players just tricked by those 10-meter lines. Yeah, unfortunate there. Lorraine Ronan Healy did a great job to spot that mistake was made and get back quickly, cover the box in case the reaction times were faster from Ireland. But
Surprised by how many times we've seen that this week, Shane, but always a
Yeah.
funny one for the bloopers.
definitely unfortunate though from an Ireland perspective, and that attack now turning to defence.
At least she only touched it down and didn't dive over the 10-meter line.
Yeah.
Or no huge celebration afterwards.
So Australia Indigenous under a lot of pressure, forced to kick the ball back over their own try line, so they'll drop out now back to Ireland. Ireland will look now to take points from this possession.
Oh, great catch there. Number 6, Amy Cotter.
And a
Oh,
great
and a
pass
lovely
over the top.
pass. Wow.
Brilliant there from Cotter and Dunn, linking up brilliantly down that left side. And Ireland do find the try line this time. You just watch, you see Dunn calling for it from so early on.
Oh,
And a great
nice.
ball over the top, avoiding the defender. Brilliant.
Yeah, a try from Dunn, and Australia Indigenous might be done. 4-0 down with 4 minutes left in the first half of this women's 30 bronze game. And just looking a little bit bereft of attacking ideas at the moment. Australia Indigenous.
It's of course just 3-0 actually. No box try scored, and we've 3 try scorers.
I think that Valerie Power one threw us off.
Yeah.
She touchdown over the 10-meter line.
And the Claire Cunningham one as well, of course, in the corner, being disallowed.
So definitely not just ourselves to blame. Mitigating factors.
Yes.
As the ball is rolled back to Claire Cullen. Gets it across to Holly Jenkinson.
Ireland again looking threatening. Ball might have gone backwards. No, ref says knocked on and then bounced backwards. So it is Australia Indigenous ball.
And yeah, unbelievable high press from Ireland at the moment. Nearly every player up there in that Australian Indigenous third of the pitch.
Yeah, but also patient enough not to sprint out of that defensive line. They're keeping nice and flat, making sure the gaps don't open up. They're doing well so far to keep Australian Indigenous under pressure. Ball only went backwards there, so Australian Indigenous keep it. A good kick there, put in. I think Chantel Raymond made that.
Oh, good tag. No surprise, Angie Bear. But not just Bear getting love in the YouTube comments. Gillian R95 says, come on, Lorraine Ronan Hanley.
So Ireland now looking to attack through Claire Cullen. They're set up well now, just at that 10-metre line. A good ball back in towards the middle.
Brilliant spin. Number 12, Christine Arthurs.
Almost away there.
Oh,
just a bit of miscommunication, unfortunately, from Ireland.
yeah,
So it is turned over back to Australian Indigenous. So Australian Indigenous now pinned back in their 10-metre zone. So good kick put in by Barr. And bounces over the head of the Irish sweeper.
chased all the way. Barr versus Cullen.
Great chase by Barr to just pin Ireland back. They haven't had to do too much work from this part of their pitch. And as we approach half time, I'd just like to make a shout out to Ricky O'Connor, who just finished reffing his last tag match as he is being promoted to Director of Australian Referees. So massive congratulations to Ricky O'Connor. This is his last tournament before he moves on to the Director of Australian Referees. Big congratulations to him.
Yeah, huge congrats on what we're sure was an illustrious career and a great commitment to the game. And as another referee, Dave, came over to tell us about it. But apparently in Ricky O'Connor's last game, there was even a hack-up performed for him. And those don't just happen for any old reason. So obviously he has the respect of a lot of the players out there. And huge credit to Ricky O'Connor, and best of luck to him in his role as Director of Aussie Refs.
Ireland now go for the corner, and they're through, it looks like.
Oh, number 5, Patricia Dunn.
Second try for her in this bronze medal match, just as the half-time klaxon goes. And Ireland will go to the second half with a comfortable lead, you'd think. Great try from Dunn, just sliding through those defenders. Be sure to join us soon for the second half. Kellyanne Williams. Good tagging now though from Ireland. Good run to the blind side. Angela Barr, but she's tagged well.
And nearly 200 people tuning in just on the YouTube live stream here. And imagine a good portion, probably Angela Barr fans. And if she gets a try, the roof could come off the comment section. But excellent tag there from Angela Barr. And definitely been one of the top taggers we've seen, Shane, all week long.
Yeah, definitely. She's done very well for her team. And now we'll look to weather this Irish attack. They spread it wide again. Gaps opening up. A good run inside by Ellen O'Regan, but tagged well.
Yeah, good tag there from Lynette Bolt.
You see, she thought that she was in. That cut back inside, but yeah, great tag from Bolt.
Oh, Grubber. Did it just bounce over?
Bounced over the line, possibly.
Or did it? It did.
Yeah, it did.
Just as we
just
thought.
A little too much on it. So, Australia Indigenous now to take it from their 10 metre.
And Lorraine Ronan Hanley, number 9 for Oz Indigenous, getting some love in the comment section, being cheered on by Sinead.
Almost through there. Chantel Raymond. We just see again that kick just bouncing over the line, unfortunately.
Good call from the ref.
Yeah, difficult to spot that really in real time, but he was well positioned for it.
Almost. And again, Chantel Raymond nearly through. And she was doing her best to spearhead this attack.
Good tag there from Oz Indigenous, number 14, who's not on our team sheet, unfortunately. Great hands, Ellen O'Regan, and she's away. That
Still
burst of
Ellen.
pace.
Oh, but what a
Great
tag! What a tag. 11 on 11. Tagging there. Paris Smallwood getting a hold of Ellen O'Regan.
Just watch that again. But it looks like in the meantime, Ireland have gotten through for a try. 1 point try there for Claire Cullen again.
And she's got 2 C's in her name, 2 tries to her name now as well. And she CC'd us in that try, did Claire Cullen.
That's a bad one. And great quick thinking from her.
As you said before, Shane, you yourself don't have to be over the line once the ball goes.
Yeah, great awareness from Cullen and a good try. Now she might be chasing a hat trick. That would be a better YouTube title.
That would be unbelievable, yeah.
Good tag there. A lot of upward pressure from Ireland, keeping them pinned back. Good tagging, Patricia Dunn. Of course, she's also on 2 tries in this match.
Yeah, then maybe a little internal battle for the hat-trick. Patricia Dunn on 2, Claire Cullen on 2.
Yeah, I think the YouTube title, My Teammate Scored a Hat-Trick in the World Cup bronze medal match, might not be as grabbing.
No, not as
I
grabbing.
scored, so
all about those metrics.
good run there. Almost away. Number 2, Carmel Egan. Almost through. Ireland flash back to the middle, but unfortunately knocked on. Ball just not going to hand there. So Australia Indigenous get to attack again. They go down the wing through number 9, Lorraine Ronan Hanley. Good pass back to the middle, and the Ireland defence up so quickly there, just shutting down the options. Kick put in and it's blocked, so that'll be a reset on the tag count, I believe. No, ref said that it wasn't swung at by an Ireland defender, just hit her as she stood stationary, wasn't played at, so the tag count continued and the 6th tag was made.
And with just about 10 minutes left in this women's 30 bronze game, it looks like the medals going the way of Ireland, barring a miraculous comeback from Oz Indigenous.
They swing it left now, all the way to the wing.
Oh, superb tag there from number 13, Sarah Gamble. But Ireland still trying to force the issue.
Close and very good hip movement, keeping the ball alive and swinging it out to the right.
Oh,
and that dummy
Amy
just sells
Cotter.
the last defender. Brilliant from Ireland, just swinging it one way, back the other. And that is a 2nd try as well. So we've 3 players on 2 tries. You feel a hat-trick coming for someone.
You would think so, wouldn't you? It feels like it's setting up nicely.
Great dummy there to just send that last defender out of her way. So 10 minutes to go, and Ireland with a commanding lead. That's a decent kick. Goes over the touchline though, so Australia Indigenous ball, and Ireland will get a chance to set their defensive line. Good tagging from the marker there, Ellen O'Regan. And again O'Regan. Yeah, nowhere to go at the moment for Australia Indigenous, so they do opt to kick, and it's blocked. Ireland retain possession in the Australia Indigenous half.
I think it went to a knock-on, did it? Ref said it blocked by the hands rather than the body.
I think the Ireland player just, got her hands involved with that block, so it's a knock-on given. Australian Indigenous get to reset their tag count. Oh, unfortunate there. Angela Barr thought she'd been tagged and stopped. Hadn't been. And down the wing, almost through, goes Lorraine Ronan Hanley.
So I have Lynette Bolt.
Running onto that hard was Angela Barr, but the ball just not going to hand, unfortunately. So turnover to Ireland. Good pass out, and again keeping it alive.
Ref says play on, and it's Ellen O'Regan.
Down the wing, and a brilliant little step in and out.
O'Regan!
Great try from Ellen O'Regan, great pace. And that's one more point for Ireland's tally, taking this lead possibly out of the grasps of Australian Indigenous now. Good pass over the top and good pace here. This little step inside just halting the defender a little bit. And through goes Ellen O'Regan.
And credit to Angela Barr, she wasn't giving up without a fight.
Definitely not.
Yeah, brilliant try from Ellen O'Regan. We've seen the pace out of her throughout this game. And leads her to a try there. Ireland now 8-0 up.
Oh, just unfortunate there. Not dealt with, and the ball goes over the try line.
And there's number 14, Aoife Earl, one of the try scorers.
So Australia Indigenous now will kick from their try line. Ireland hoping for a quick return on this. They'll swing all the way to the left wing here.
Patricia Dunn chasing a hat-trick. Number 7, Holly Jenkinson, passes it off to our number 8, Emma Jordan.
Thought she might have been through there. Good passing here from Ireland.
Oh, nearly.
Great tag, Paris Smallwood. Another great tag there.
5th and final, says the ref.
They'll go all the way to the right corner. They might have the numbers.
And do they?
Looks like it. They have it down. Angela Sheehan scores another try for Ireland, putting them 9-0 ahead. And yeah, you feel this bronze medal surely theirs now, Ireland.
Yeah, fabulous performance from Ireland from the very first minute up now until the 35th. Credit to Australia Indigenous, they kept it scoreless for a while, weathered the early Irish storm. But this Ireland team, incredible, and looking like well-deserving women's 30s bronze medalists.
Yeah, definitely. This second half's been a little tougher on Australia Indigenous, of course playing into the wind and not able to capitalise in the first half with that slight advantage. So looks like the Ireland women's 30s will be the bronze medal winners. Kick not dealt with, unfortunately, there. So Australia Indigenous get a good bit of territory gain and fresh set of tags to work with. And the missed tag allows Paris Smallwood into space.
Oh,
But well covered there by the sweeper. First bit of really threatening attack in a while we've seen from Australia Indigenous. Might look to put a point on the board here to show for their efforts at this Tag Rugby World Cup. And tag made. Ireland with possession again. And they'll look to see out the rest of this match, I'd say. Great hip movement and missed tags. Claire Cunningham almost through the gap, but Paris Smallwood with great defence again. There was a bit of contact after the pass made there, so a penalty Ireland. This looks like a very deep attacking, deep defensive line set by the ref. Pass through the gap, that's okay.
Oh,
Just
and she
a
backed
little
herself.
Too much on that kick, unfortunately. Tried to beat the last defence with that tricky little kick, but yeah, just I think the wind getting behind that a bit.
And Amy Cotter, of course, also trying to get her World Cup hat-trick in this women's 30s bronze game.
Australia Indigenous now just trying to make something of the last 2 minutes here. Great movement through that gap there. Almost away went Karen Cook. And Irish defence just starting to fall off a couple of these tags. Tired legs out there, I'll bet. But they know that there's not too much that Australia Indigenous can do to get back into this game.
No, 90 seconds left. I think Australia Indigenous would count as a success. They could get a point or two on the board. And Angela Barr, the woman on a mission, all tournament long.
Yeah, good chase from her. But it's Ireland with the ball now. Good pop pass, but tag made just before it. Trying to spin her way through that gap, Christine Arthurs. And Ireland now kick to the corner.
And still chasing Ireland.
The wind,
relentless.
Yeah, wind just taking it over the try line.
There's the klaxon.
And the final whistle. So your bronze medal winners for the women's 30s division at this Tag Rugby World Cup 2023 are Ireland. Massive congratulations to them and commiserations to Australia Indigenous. But of course they did their team very proud as well, travelling all this way to Limerick. But it is Ireland who will take the victory.
And of course we are back at 12 p.m. for the Women's 35s World Cup final between Ireland and Australia.